She said she love Melanie. She love Melanie, but she said she love Melanie. Got nothing up by me, by me. If y'all remember that Lil Wayne song, you know what I'm saying? Lollipop Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, that song was amazing. But let's talk about this. Johnny Depp attorney snaps on Amber Heard. Your lies have been exposed. All right, so basically, if you know, Johnny Depp has won $50 million. I think he's received $2 million, and Amber Heard has lost her case. This is why it's very important. Let's just give you this disclaimer. This is why it's very important to be with a certain type of woman, not be with a materialistic woman. Also, don't be with a woman who's trying to me to you, or also say you did things to her like rape, abuse, emotional damage, all that stuff when you clearly didn't. Right? When you're the one actually getting abused, most of the time. As a man being in a relationship now, I actually I see it a little bit clearer now. You can't really be with a certain type of girl like that, because you know me personally, my girl wouldn't call those claims on me, and if she did, I would just know that all right, there was a hidden agenda, right? Well, most of the time there is not, but most of the time there shouldn't be a hidden agenda, right? But I'm just gonna react to this and just see how it goes.
Ms. Heard, you just testified that this case has been very hard for you. So let's talk about that and why.
All right.
Your lies have been exposed to the world multiple times, right?
I haven't lied about anything I've been here to say.
You sat here and told this jury that the events in Hicksville started with Mr. Depp getting really upset about a woman leaning on you. Is that correct?
Yes, that's effectively what happened, yeah.
You testified that he actually grabbed that woman's wrist and twisted it, right?
And told her that he could effectively break her wrist by saying he knew how many pounds of pressure, or asking her how many pounds of pressure it took to break a human wrist.
But your own witness, your former best friend, Rocky Pennington, she didn't corroborate that, did she?
I'm not quite sure what part of that night she saw. There were a lot of people there.
She didn't testify that Mr. Depp grabbed anyone's wrist in Hicksville.
Again, I don't know what Rocky saw. There were a lot of people there that night.
You testified that once you brought Mr. Depp back to your trailer, he trashed it, correct?
That is correct.
And the manager of the Hicksville trailer park was furious that Johnny had wrecked the whole thing. Do you remember that testimony?
That's correct.
Well, we heard from that manager of the Hicksville trailer park, Morgan Knight, on Monday, didn't we?
I'm not quite sure who that guy was or if he had any...
Johnny Depp right there. Hold on. Actually, you know what? Bundus. We're going on to, we're going to go to a further, the actual, we'll just go through this real quick now. Just talk about it. Just cut the video. Just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We'll just talk about it in general. All right.
Yesterday, where Johnny Depp succeeded on all three of his claims of defamation against Amber Heard. Amber Heard only winning on one of her three counterclaims against Johnny Depp. A lot of people have questions about the interviews that Elaine Brederhoff did this morning, Amber Heard's attorney. Let's play some of that for you, and we'll break it down on the other side.
Does your client want to appeal?
Oh, absolutely. And she has some excellent grounds for it. We even had tried to get the UK judgment in to dismiss his case because he already had his shot. And that's one of the issues, but also a number of the evidentiary issues. There was so much evidence that did not come in.
Is she able to pay a $10.4 million judgment?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
In closing arguments, Amber's team argued that this would send a message, that it would send a message that no matter what you do as an abuse victim, you always have to do more. You need to be perfect in order for people to believe you if she did not get a favorable verdict. What message do you think this sends?
It's a horrible message. It's, as I said, a setback. It's a significant setback because that's exactly what it means. Unless you pull out your phone and you video your spouse.
All right. We'll just stop here. You know what I'm saying? Enough of this BS. Let me extend this out. Anyways, now let's me talk. So, gotta beware this fuckery. You gotta beware this fuckery that's going on. My bad. My girl was just there. Gotta beware this foolishness. You gotta beware of certain type of caliber of women. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you will get finessed, and more than just getting finessed, yo man, you could lose everything you got. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? This guy, you know what I'm saying? He looks like he was very stressed out. A lot of stuff happened. If you really go through the whole thing, what happened? Holy. The message today is be careful the woman you take seriously in your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, no one's perfect like me. Like me, for example, the girl I have, I chose her for a certain quality she can do. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I chose my girl, right? Right. She's very feminine, she's very cooperative, you know what I'm saying? Can cook up nice meals, can clean, you know what I'm saying, can listen, and also is, you know what I'm saying, very attracted to me, very submissive to me, and understands what I need and helps me where she can help me. And she wants to be the best helper towards me that she can be. So you can't, like, I'm not choosing a girl who's competitive, who wants to fight against me, but wants to work with me. And she wants to work with me, so I work with her. So she provides me value, I provide her value in certain ways, right? So you gotta be with the girl you can work with, right? And there obviously will be ups and downs. Like, for example, myself, I can't say, oh, my relationship's perfect. No, I can say it's stable, it's strong, and, we're peaceful, right? And that's the goal: stable, strong, peaceful. Also, I've God in my relationship too. For people out there might not be Christians and all that, but I am. So I've God in my relationship. So definitely a lot of prayer and a lot of reading with the Bible and stuff like that does help your relationship, right? So definitely you got to know who you're marrying, and that's the reason why, my girl was talking about this earlier, we were talking about, marriage and all that, and I was like, you got to know a person for at least, I personally say you got to know a person for at least 3 years before you marry them, or at least a year and a half, right? You got to have a good idea of who the person is and stuff like that, the core values, who they want to be with you in their life and stuff like that, because look at Johnny Depp, man. All this foolishness, man, I can never, if I was going through this, man, honestly, I don't think I could be married ever again. You know what I'm saying? Or definitely be in a long-term relationship, because I know it's just some bullshit is going to come down the line. But, shout out to Johnny Depp for winning that money. And shout out to Amber Heard for losing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like she said, my dog stepped on a bee. And then after the attorney was like, relevance? Like, what is the relevance to that? Like, it had nothing to do with this, Said she was abused. The thing is, a lot of times girls will lie. I was abused. And the thing is, girls lying on abuse to men like Johnny Depp or other men, the girls who are actually getting abused are inside, that actually have silence. It makes them look, it actually hurts them even more, because those girls didn't say anything, or the girls who really did get abused and said something, they get pushed to the back burner. Now we're focusing on a fake abuse case, a fake Me Too case, all this type of stuff. And it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? Why? Right? So you got to be careful of the woman you bring into your life, because it can either destroy you or make you better. It all really depends. Like, life is up and down. It's not never perfect. So, you're not going to get the perfect best girl. You're not going to get the worst girl. You just got to get the girl that's good for you, that you can work with, that you can set your rules and boundaries and standards, and, where you guys can help each other grow and, make each other's lives easier. That's what I say. Like, for example, if you're in a dynamic like this, right? This is the best dynamic, right? Let's say you're working. Let's say you're the man, you're working, right? And you have no money to pay all the bills and also take care of her as well, right? Let's say you're doing that and you live in your own house, right? So now you take care of her, right? And now she cooks, she cleans, and she does all the laundry. It makes your life easier, right? So you come home, you just have to just relax, get some food served, and also you make her life easier, because now she doesn't have to work. She focuses on cooking in the house and stuff like that, and also taking care of the children when you guys do have children. So it makes each other's life easier. So she didn't have to go to work in those dookie jobs, and you could just go to work and just focus on work alone. So, you guys make each other's life easier. So she makes your life easier, as in, you just work, you come home, everything is done for you, right? So you're just chilling, right? And now she just does those certain things, right? Takes care of the kids. It's still hard, but you guys both do a hard job, right? So you guys make each other's lives easier by canceling out one thing. You cancel out finances, and she cancels out, basic home necessities, right? So you gotta find a girl that you want. I mean, that's more back in the day, old school. It's not really happening now, but whatever method works for you, you know what I'm saying? You cook that day, she cooks that, whatever method works for you. For me personally, I do the she gonna stay home and I'm gonna pay the bills, So that's personally the method I would do, that I would recommend everyone to do, because it's the easier method. You know what I'm saying? I know things are expensive, but you gotta find a way to make that bread, man. But anyways, guys, simple thing: be careful of the woman you bring in your life, and at the end of the day, don't give. If it's a good woman, don't just necessarily give up on her because of X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Try to work out their woman, talk to their woman. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a strong relationship with your woman, because at the end of the day, as I said in my last video, who's gonna come through for you? Who's really gonna be there for you in the times of danger? It's most likely gonna be your girl, right? Because she's always living with you. The person who's gonna live with you is a very, very big thing. The woman's gonna live with you is a very, very big thing. Just like the man who's gonna live with you is a very, very big thing for ladies out there. Because you gotta be with someone you actually, you know, who's gonna come through for you. Because if my girl's in danger, I'm gonna say, hey, tell my work, hey, I gotta leave early. I'll be here tomorrow, but I gotta help my girl, right? Because you're not the person you're gonna be with the rest of your life is going to help you, all right. So you don't want to be in court like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard in there, right? And whether she got abused or not, which I think she has not been abused. But if she has, you know, you never really know, right? But most likely, 9 times out of 10, right? Or even 10 times out of 10, she wasn't abused, right? So you got to be careful of who you're with, and someone gonna call this stuff on you and all that. Like, you don't want to be in those situations. So definitely beware, vet the person, and honestly, you gotta date, and maybe you gotta get in a relationship or two to understand how this works. You know, that happened to me where I found my girl. You know, before I got my girl, the same girl I brought on the channel, right? You gotta definitely, you know, find your person who you want to be with, and you gotta make sure it's a proper person, because things happen, you know. But anyways, guys, it's your boy JPN. Take this quote for the day. Like I said in my last video, you gotta know who's gonna be there with you in the end. So if you know who's there with you in the end, stick close to them, learn them, understand them, work with them. Anyways, guys, your boy JPN, we out. GUI.